town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.
Good morning, grasshoppers. Well, I was a little bit delayed trying to send the team notification to the normal Master Chess Dojo page. For example, in this particular page, when I try to send it, I'm only allowed 7 messages per week, and it's right up to the minute. So what can you do when it's right up to the minute? Told me that I cannot send any messages just yet. So I'm going to leave out the regular Master Chess Dojo page for today. Good morning, Eatonheimers. Ismail, how are you? Zephyr, good morning. Namaste. Shrideep, namaste, everyone. Pantaluna, good morning. Refresh my chat in the other screen because I'm not seeing the normal chat in my streaming window. It's still following the our next event.
Just do it.
Oh yes, I promised to put in the longer version of that one for the bits. Thank you, Ismail, for the Just Do It. But basically, yeah, the normal Master Chess Dojo Monday through Friday page, I can send a notification, which means that some of you might get it in duplicate. You didn't get it in duplicate this morning, since it won't allow me to send the messages. Now that it's past 8:05, I'm gonna send a very terrible message, because next Saturday I won't be able to send until after 8:05 a.m. So therefore, we're going to just skip it. The main 2,600 members of the dojo. And we will do a simul to bolster this one immediately afterwards. Diligent daily training. Have you not yet beaten Ron Hay? My record is 107 to 115. I'm -8. That's only happened in the last 40 or so games that he's pulled out ahead of me. He definitely took advantage of me around the month of April, when I was actually losing to everyone, not just Ron Hay. I think I lost 100 rating points on both of my ratings, minimum. Most of you know the circumstances regarding what was going on in my personal life at that time. Anything can happen in any given game, Shrideep. Anything can happen. One game does not decide who's better, which is why I tend to avoid viewers coming in to just play one game or playing just one game with viewers on average. We will play a game that counts. Nice job, Yeatenheimers. 2,700. Who was it? Like I said, and I've said earlier about ratings, I prefer that you use their real names. Ratings are not real. Ratings are not absolute. We are not numbers. For some reason, Yeatenheimers in this particular game is white, is up an entire rook, and he's about to claim the 7th rank. Well, he's about to claim the open file. I probably would have played queen to c6 in order to play rook d7 and hopefully end the game, as well as rook on a to d1. After all, queen to c5 might slow down the invasion just a little bit, but I doubt it. After rook on a to d1, the back rank mate is threatened. So, first things first, black tries to offset the queen. Unfortunately, the queen has a very good square. Eatonheimers is in complete control of this game, unfortunately, against chess demon up a rook. Let's check out It is a trick. It is a trick versus Alexander Popov. We have two bishops bearing down on two pawns that need some protection. But how best to go about it? On the previous move, I may have gone with rook to c5 instead of bishop e6, but was that not possible? Yeah, I probably would have gone with rook to c5 to egg this pawn forward, or to get the bishop, try to get the bishop to commit to a decent square. And then after bishop to rook to c5, bishop f4, queen to e6. I like this bishop on this diagonal a little bit better. b4 going to cause a problem? It appears so. A wee bit awkward. I haven't been able to do my puzzle streaks as regularly, unfortunately. My tactical weaknesses are showing it. Doesn't mean that I'm going to be tactically weak today, but it does mean that I'm very aware of my recent inability to anticipate certain moves that have laid me out cold in the most recent games. For the Monday through Friday Master Chess Dojo, I'm overdue for a spring cleaning here. I have a glass desk, so as you can imagine, a glass desk reflects poorly on any form of bi-weekly or daily cleaning. So in any event, as it turns out, some repairs have to be done on the king side. Now black may actually have the better of this with that passed pawn, provided it doesn't get blockaded. And while that pawn is threatening to run, pressure might be formed on this particular pawn. But first we're going to have to batten down the hatches on these weaknesses on this side of the board. Wow, Ignorovich. What is he planning? Queen takes c5, d2. Uh-oh. I was thinking that it would be queen takes f5, d2, rook to d1, queen to f2. When queen c2 is not possible because the bishop would be hanging, and the bishop is going to experience some technical difficulties after rook c5, and this pawn can be taken because of the pin in that particular variation to the bishop on f4. So chances are, in the previous position here, after queen takes f5, d2, rook d1, queen f2, queen to g4 may be needed. However, black is now asserting himself rather well, and the disparity in rating of a few hundred rating points is starting to show. That was a free bishop, by the way, on f4. There was no threat to the king just yet. Believe it or not, we could have captured that bishop. Queen takes h7 led to nothing. After rook to g3, we always had the in-between move. Rook to g4. So Edizos missed out on that. Good morning, Kingslayer Sloan. My best win against the 2700 GM is against my good friend Sebastian Mihailov. Let's see where we are now after all of this. It looks as though the advantage has been converted. We didn't have much of a choice here. It had to be captured. Did it have to be captured? After all, now the rook has come alive. And white is experiencing some technical difficulties on the back rank. That will probably be the last game of the round. I do have 3 parts to my memorable games up. I have to post them in the Discord. 3 parts to my memorable games on YouTube, of which I think the second is the best game, which ensured me a tie for first in the Foxwoods Open. How do I wish to respond to c4? I'm going to play my standard opening, as I have not yet decided on a secondary answer to the English just yet. I've answered the English in about 4 or 5 different ways over the years. The main concept is that white's position is cramped and requires a lot of assistance for the most part. Let's incur some weaknesses on that side of the board, and if black is not paying attention, we will lock down on those white squares. We can get evicted, and he will get control of the d5 square. We're going to put the pressure on immediately. Our opponent moved a little too quickly in that particular instance. You have to ask yourself 3 questions whenever you are playing, frequently and often. What are the weaknesses? What are my opponent's best placed pieces? And what is the opponent's idea? My idea after queen to d7 was twofold. Put pressure on the g5 pawn. I'm sorry, on the d3 pawn. Now, he didn't have to retreat. He could have gone forward. The d3 weakness is not going away. It is going to remain. Well, that's interesting. We had a number of ways of taking advantage of that one, but we're just going to batten down our hatches as best we can. And where is he headed? This looks like a fork. Not so much a fork, but a little bit of a domination of that file. Can't hold the file, but we do have the squares. Uh-oh, now he's lost time guarding his bishop. Our bishop gets to spring into action. and the file belongs to us. As we bring in our last rook, it is how you handle the rooks that determines your strength as a player, to be honest. A little bit of a calculation error here on the attackers and defenders front, I'm afraid. And now my opponent wishes to perhaps force the exchange of pieces. We will begin cleaning up. Not entirely sure how he's getting in on this one. F5 or H5?
Victory.
Pardon my straightforward play, Aryav. I believe that was Shri Deep from India. Good morning. Good morning, Lauren. Only a few minutes overdue on my good morning to Lauren. After a first round draw, do I have enough time to get coffee? That is the question. Do I risk it? Or do I take a little bit of a timeout on an intermission? We can try to calculate our pairings in advance. In reality, black is not very well coordinated this night, and this rook are out of play. I may not have committed the center pawn so much, but it looks as though he wants to fix the d4 pawn as a weakness. On c5, knight to c8, knight to e7, and knight to f5 could be in mind. It is going to leave this rook in the lurch on a8. So if this knight on b6 tries to travel in this direction. The c5 locking up the position seems like a reasonable concept. Then this knight on c3 has some difficulty finding a future, while perhaps they wish to get to this square with the knight. Or is there a minority attack? Probably the minority attack is good for white. Now this knight going to e4, that square is well covered. Well, it has a tough time being captured after all the pressure on the d4 pawn may prove valuable. Now we have a problem on f7. That is a weakness. The primary weakness for black in this position, f7. Edenheimers versus Adizos. Adizos already proved himself a pretty worthy strategist in the previous game. With 2 minutes for black and 3 minutes for white, we're going to have to decide. So will it be knight f8? I might have gone with knight f8 or rook e7 in advance, just to keep that square covered, by the way. Now we're suffering from a bit of a pin. I'm not sure how well we're going to last here. We still have the opportunity to cross and cover against b4, against g4, that is. g4, rook e7. No way of loading the cannon. so easily. The queen is kind of awkwardly placed. So now white goes for the secondary option. The minority attack on the queen side, pressuring the c6 pawn as a weakness. But now the queen is a little bit misplaced. We have to be ready to occupy this open file ourselves. We don't want black to be the first on the scene. I really do wish to have another copy. Let's just see how Yeatenheimers handles this, though, before we disappear. After all, the vast majority of you are watching this game at the moment, since most of the games are finished. Just take a quick peek. I take it back. 8 people are still playing on this board 1 game. If you wish to join the event, you may join the dojo. If you wish to have notifications, then follow on any and or all of the socials, including the Discord, for updates, stream alerts. I do believe the B file is now the weakness. But things are going to shift rather rapidly here. Through the wastelands of the highway. So yeah, knight e4, knight takes e4. Somewhat forced. And now the d4 pawn, as we predicted, experiencing some technical difficulties. The e5 pawn is experiencing some technical difficulties as well, so the capture, whoa. Not so sure about this, but it does give him an option on c4. But the d4 pawn is hanging, so at the moment the knight can't move. No, the knight can move because queen d7 wasn't played. Queen d7 couldn't be played. Very good calculation by Adisostrik. Probably have to answer with e3. I'm not so certain about this, but it does look like it's a pretty good option. This may ensure a half point. We don't realistically have a way of answering this check. The black gets the capture, a knight on f7, but the rook on e8 is hanging. And herein lies the tale. Whoa! This was a good move if you don't like winning. No, rook to f8 first, sir. Rook to f8 and then drive home the point with the e3 pawn. My name is Jeff, has left some counterplay on the table. Not a lot of counterplay, but he did indeed leave some counterplay on the table. Well, as it turns out, it's possible that he knew what he was doing. Was this all forced? Yes. Was it all seen? It was discovered, however. Going back to that particular position, when you have a pin, you should just bear down on it. I believe the knight was trapped regardless. With h5, there was no need to rush this particular setup. Probably could have played king to g7 first and h5 if you really wanted to try to drive that point home. There was no escaping with the bishop on d4. These squares recover. Uh-oh. Did I get to my coffee? Not yet. I'm gonna go to get coffee right after this game. Workout. Can I do it? My elbow feels pretty good, except challenge. I definitely need it. The workout mat is not down. Can the workout area be seen? Be seen for the most part. Let's do it before the minute's up. Oh, I definitely need to do this because I have not been losing weight. Crossing my fingers. Ah. Just gonna do partial push-ups here.
Do it! Just do it!
Thank you, Ismail. I believe that was probably you. That was 19.
Do it! Just do it!
And one for good measure.
Check.
For 26. Because I was overdue. Getting one of those in. Oh, that felt good. I'm so happy to have my arm back. Oh. Partial push-ups will have to do. I'm a little bit worried about putting a tremendous exertion on this arm, but it's really good for your abs. Thank you for the applause, Lauren. Oh, that was Lauren with the Just Do It. Namaste. Oh, that was good. That must be, who is redeeming those requests in the background for me? There must be a mod here, other than me, although it doesn't necessarily show a mod. Fascinatingly enough, it does not show a mod in that one. I have to look in the other chat. I wonder if one of the VIPs is an editor. And they were able to redeem those applause as well. Namaste, Ismail. I apologize for believing that you were the one, but it looks like White is about to have to give up their bishop for that pawn, or give up the game. Alright, we're going to let Ron Hay and Yeatenheimers duke it out for first place. And I'm going to take a momentary break to get coffee. The first Just Do It was you, yes. Thank you, Ismail. Then Lauren threw one in to throw me off. Good luck, everyone. We're going to highlight Yeatenheimers as White versus Ron Hay as I duck out. I do have another graphics designer working on my logo based on the poker chip that I bought or purchased in the World Series of Poker this year. We're going to have Master Chess Dojo, and I'm not sure what the fourth word will be on that poker chip. You'll see that we have check, call, raise, and all in. There is no fold. There is no limp. Check, call, fold. Check, call, raise, all in. Raise, raise, raise. I'll be right back. Hold on there. Plug this in before I forget to charge it. Most used item. Coffee. I'm surprised that my grandson isn't awake. Right? How are we doing? We have a very locked position. We're back. I'm afraid that it wipes out the chat. That's too bad. 3D. Almost 24 hours watch time. Good for you. Let's make sure that we're back in. But I don't forget. I have forgotten before. I have forgotten before to get back into the tournament, and then after watching a game and commenting on a game, then I go back and find out I don't have a game. Well, this is fascinating. Ron Hay is striking out to open up the king side in this closed position. Since the center is locked, it is okay.
Do it! Just do it!
Thank you, Ismail. Ismail should save up his channel points for the World Championship reward, to be honest. Speaking of which, I needed to make take a couple off the cards for the most part. I could have just taken off the workout. Therein lies the tale. Pawn for pawn. Moment of truth. We do want the E file opened. I might have taken with the C pawn and used the C4 square for my knight. Honestly. Yeatenheimers. Giving him the bishop. Tricky, but I guess the D6 pawn is a weakness. But how to get at it? We don't have knight F1, knight E3 readily available. Perhaps we should have thought of this earlier. Aha! Herein lies the plan. Pressure on F7. Black should start bolting down the hatches. Migrating the king to the queen side. I mean, Ron kind of asked for this one, unfortunately. I say he asked for it in the sense that he opened up lines against his own king by allowing the h5 pawn to be taken. If Yeatenheimers are going after that, kudos to him. His king is in front of these open lines. It's going to take a bit of courage. But after moves like bishop e6, king d7, and the queen swinging king side, we'll see. He's holding out with the option of playing knight to g6. Interesting. This is an aggressive move, trying to play on Yeatenheimer's time pressure. This could well be the game that decides the tournament. No pressure, guys. Always blame Kingslayer? Wait just a moment here. Why am I not seeing the latest? Something's funny here. When I was on vacation, I missed a bunch of Happy Friday, Aliadar. How is Riser doing? Is he up and at it? Please follow on our socials. Kingslayer Sloan in the chat. SLK Chess. And SLK's tour of see ya. I missed it. I missed Kingslayer Sloan. I don't believe that Kingslayer Sloan has only watched the stream for 3 weeks. I think that may or may not have reset. How are you doing, Roken? I believe that the watch time may or may not have reset when he renamed himself. When he renamed himself, I believe stuff may have happened. Because I believe Kingslayer Sloan is watched for a lot more than 13 weeks. Yes, the variation on my next favorite song. Are you talking about the Heroes song, Roken? Or the previous one? Now, where is our music caption? It was missing. Interesting. This drop-down box is different on the starting screen. I'm gonna have to fix it on the starting screen, but it's the same on the play screen. From London to Saigon. The rook cannot be easily attacked. It's only in appearances, by the way. More stuff is falling. Good night. Ruh-roh. Some overworkage is happening. Personally, I am in favor of battening down the hatches a wee bit on if time trouble got to him. Ron Hay. VIP over VIP. Egads. That game deserved a second look. What a great pawn sacrifice by Ron that probably could have been declined. Basically, Ron chose his traditional check Benoni. I'm not a big believer in c4 at all, by the way, in these positions. After all, e4 followed by f4, see the game Morphy versus Meek in breaking up the structure. There's no reason in the history of the Benoni, especially the check Benoni, to have a pawn on c4 if you don't need it, because the pawn play can get the better of black. I'm sorry, the piece play could get the better of black. Let's just look at this for a brief moment in time. How come this game has not yet been analyzed? Both of those players are not masters. Is it because I'm a titled player? I thought everyone over 2200 had their games automatically analyzed. I really did. I'm curious. After all, when your games are automatically analyzed, then you can actually have your games in the puzzles. So if you wish to have your games in the puzzles in Lee Chess Database, then you need to have your games analyzed by the computer, and it will choose from among your games. Seemingly, I have 172 games. It doesn't choose so easily. It's about 1% of your games, give or take. And let's just take a quick peek at the... it's better than 1%, 1.5%. 1.5% of your games are chosen for the Lee Chess puzzles. In any event, back to this. For example, in this particular instance, c4 brings white's winning percentage down quite a bit. It's very understandable, but e4 is a standard move, and there's no reason for this c4 move. You shouldn't go back to what you know if it's going to bring you to a slightly more difficult position. Also, it's better to have the bishop on d3 to prevent f5 and the knight on e2 in order to prepare f4 against check Benoni, for those that are watching. In general, that is one major way. I might have played before any action on the king side, such as bishop f3, which walks into a little bit of a hook, I might have played b3 to bring the rook across, and maybe paired f3 or f4. Because now we've wasted a whole unit of time capturing the pawn. The white is doing still pretty well here. Once again, the move that white is missing in this particular instance is f4. Opening up the king side, putting pressure on black. Again, if we already had b3 in, our second rank would be covered rather easily by bringing the knight closer. In any event, knight to g6, and already there are squares available, so bishop takes g6 seems standard. Queen h4 is dubious. E takes f4, rook takes f4, queen to g5 poses some problems. It does seem as though white can dig himself out by evicting the queen, or attempting to evict the queen. Not easy to give up a pawn, though, but we are going after further aggressive actions. And I think the e5 pawn is falling after that, right? Knight f3. If queen takes e4, queen takes d6, tags two things. And white could have turned this game around. One game left, Conte de Luna. Under the gun of pressure, down a piece. But he does have counterplay on the king side. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. No, you have to get that pawn moving. Conte de Luna is waiting for a4. Oh, we couldn't get the pawn moving. Never mind. My bad. I hallucinated. The rook on c3 not covering. Queen f3, yes, Ismail. In that last position, queen f3 was also possible, but I'm afraid black was just going to play either bishop e6 or knight to g6. Earlier, knight to g6, I think, was the plan to go to f4. Queen f3 after the immediate bishop takes h5. And later, I think he always had bishop to e6 to try to batten down the hatches. But queen f3 definitely was considerable. Sorry for not mentioning it. Conte de Luna putting up the maximum amount of resistance. Can he get his pawn moving? Not so sure about this particular idea. Now there's an idea, and he didn't want to allow any rook discovery on the rook on g4. And now, unfortunately, we're going to lose this game. After bishop e4, we're either forced to give up territory or give up our pawns. I might have captured the rook just to limit the counterplay, honestly. Yuck. Unfortunately, the dance is over. The DJ has sung the last song. We have the correct color bishop for the rook's pawn. If this were the other corner, then black's king could hide on h8 against the pawn on the h file very easily. The white squared bishop unable to drive the king out of h8. However, in this particular case, I feel for him. One well-placed tempo move. Conte de Luna slapping two up in the face a little bit there by playing on a little bit. I don't blame him though. I was a little steamed that I would have reached that position in the first place as well. So the benefit of the coffee break is clear. Now that I look at it, I didn't think about the benefit of the coffee break when I left, but the benefit of the coffee break is that I drop back, and I get a nice soft pairing against a brutal, brutal opponent, Zephyr. Zephyr, of course, is no slouch. I need to add some songs to my playlist, because I'm going to head back for a moment to see if we can add some songs to our playlist. So far, Harper Music has not so much been flagged. So I wonder if Harper Music has another song that we can add to our repertoire. Let's add this one to our playlist and see what happens. Just going to add one song at a time to our playlist and see how safe it is. All right. Zephyr, we're off and running. This is the proper move before you play a move like c5 in order to entice c4. However, Ron is avoiding much of the London danger by playing c5 immediately against d4. Got an instant anti-London repertoire. Obviously, Zephyr, if you're playing against me, you must be blundering. I haven't finished my study. I promised myself that I would finish my study of Rachmaninoff's Secrets of Opening Preparation. That is the repertoire that I'm going to be using when I planned on returning to d4. Maybe we can finish it on stream today. But he recommends my favorite lines. The same things here. I'm going to go with Knight on G to E2 a la Fischer. I believe Fischer had a certain appreciation for this as well. We challenge the bishop, and it has to return to a bit of passivity. I think b6 is actually a little too slow, because now you're forced to commit your bishop, and it's no good. Gave this in a lesson earlier. I believe this was lesson game number 47 or 48 in the World's Greatest Chess Games. Same opening that was used there. I did show quite a number of these games this week in chess camp. Next week is going to be, we're going to have a heavier concentration on d4 games. b4 there was also an option, by the way. b4 there may or may not have challenged the center better, but we're going to go for it now before Black's knight commits itself, because I need a square or a choice of options for my dark squared bishop. Now my dark squared bishop is obviously heading toward you are. Uh-oh, did I lose a piece out of this deal? Oh no! That's rather tragic. I did lose a piece. Nice work. Nice work, Zephyr. We'll show this for the common person. I just have to choose how I'm going to lose the piece. Therein lies the tale. So I'm going to choose to lose the piece, for at least a pawn.
Check.
Well, I managed to get 2 pawns for the piece. That was more than I expected, by the way. And now I don't have much of a choice. I am dead lost. I can accept that. But at least I'm only dead lost on paper at the moment. I'm not actually in the coffin yet. Yes, yes. You are not kind. In case anyone thought that he were kind, rumors of his kindness are vastly mistaken. So how are we going to go about this particular we're going to try our best to create any counterplay we can. Yes, that does challenge us appropriately. I don't want that knight coming in. I don't want the rook coming in either. So far we're winning the battle a little bit in the piece coordination front, but only by a hair, because he has more pieces to coordinate, which is kind of a bummer. Can't move my knight, lest black would play rook to e2. He wouldn't be taking our... He would not be taking our material in any way, shape, or form. But now that the white squared bishop is gone, I'm feeling a little less pressure than I would normally have to feel. Where is that knight headed, and what does it all mean? Is it headed to e3? Possibly. Let's just prepare, prevent knight e3. Empty hearts and neon lights. And of course there are some technical difficulties in this position. If he wants to give back material, I would greatly appreciate his generosity. Feel free. Give back material. I don't mind at all. Earlier in the week I was hanging queens, so at least I'm doing better than that. Let's keep everyone tied down if we can. Can we? I need squares for my dark squared bishop. And how am I going to achieve that? How am I going to achieve squares for my dark squared bishop? We're literally going to have to step our way toward better squares incrementally. Got nothing for my dark squared rook. Well, that's a bummer. I'm tempted. Definitely tempted. Yes, yes. Now we're in business. If you can call it that.
Check. Check.
No, we didn't have time to get our bishop to a square where he could bother anything in particular very well or well enough. Well, that was interesting. Fortunately, I can still batten down some hatches here.
Check.
In an attempt to vaguely batten down some hatches. All right, moment of truth. That was a very good move. I don't have any squares for my bishop.
Check.
Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to
And now, can we get there from here?
Check.
Yeah, he is trying his best. That much is true. Yep, nicely done, sir. Just for illustrative purposes, for the viewers. Nicely done, Zephyr. I haven't played D4 in a while. That much was very clear. What is going on lately? I think what I'm missing is that I don't play every single move anymore, right? Like the whole point of playing one particular opening for a period of weeks actually lowered my rating. I became a little stale and monotonous, and so did the stream, right? Good game, Zephyr. Nice work. That was a very good game.
see the horizon, turn us to thousands.
Through the wastelands, through the highway. I've not yet enabled Fossabot to the best of its ability. Always blame Kingslayer. How long ago was that? I need to refresh this particular chat. My chat is not showing up properly over here. Next game. Alright, Nestor. It is true that you don't get any breaks in this particular arena, in this particular setup. Really, really don't. I don't mind the break from Nestor, actually. Is Nestor actually online? He is not even online. This could be a long haul for the 5-minute mark. Could be time. It could be time to visit him. See what's going on. He's only a member of the Rapid and Classical Master Chess Dojo. Well, what are we going to do about that? What are we going to do about that? You got a buy? Alright, good. The chat has now refreshed. Good morning, Angel. Let's head back just to make sure our game isn't starting. We are going to message him, though. That much is true. We do need to message him with the
This nation owes you a huge debt.
as unlike arenas, you still get paired. Let's head back. Thank you for following. Alu Mortex, where are you from? Where are you from? Let's see, what round are we up to? Round 5? I may have to extend it for you if you wish to get in. I can extend it for just a moment for you if you wish to get in. You can find this in the Master Chess Dojo and Rapid and Classical, which is our weekend team. Let's see, we have 25 in the arena right now. I'm going to extend this to, for a brief moment only, to 11 rounds. Just for a brief moment, I'll put it back. And if you wish to enter the Alu Mortex, you can find it, the link here, just in case you wish to see it more directly. You need to be a member of the dojo either way. The Dojo Rapid and Classical is the location of the Swiss. Let me know when you're in. It should go to 26. Anyone wishing to enter now? Usually you have to enter before the halfway mark of a Swiss. So since we're in round 5 of a 9-round Swiss, it's awkward. Yes, and please support our YouTube channel. Thank you, Ismail. You also get notifications on the socials. Oh, I typed that instead. You also get notifications on the socials. Discord, join the Discord, and Twitter. Certainly, if you follow me on Twitter, you're going to get the daily notification. A couple of times a week, I post notifications or announcements, reminders on Instagram. Alu Mortex, where are you, sir? What is your Lead Chess username? Where are you from, Alu Mortex? Did I get the name right? I feel like I'm mispronouncing it. I only saw it just a moment ago. Where did he go? He put a lot of stuff up. Alex Mortex. I have to go back to my game for a moment. Well, as it turns out, I got the point for that one. The second is to follow Master Chess Dojo. Aww. Yes, our resident mod, Kingslayer Sloan, who's been here since nearly the beginning. So if the watch time was reset, I wonder if nope, 1.5 years. So it hasn't reset. So the watch time really is in 1.5 years, only 13 days. That's hard to believe. Amazing. For example, one of my earliest, trying to see here, if I could, one of my earliest, before I even really started streaming, let's do Flow Cold. Two years, 1 month, 18 days, and 19 hours. Wow, that really blows away the anniversary, doesn't it? Now you really know when I was streaming. I'm fairly certain that that one beats out DG Road, but let's see what Trevlar is. What? Did I lose Trevlar? Oh no, it's Trevlar. I misspelled it. Two years and 5 days. So Flow Cold, who is a poker streamer, has been following for the longest amount of time of anyone. And I am very appreciative as I watched his stream relentlessly during the World Series of Poker 2020. I would watch him play poker quite a bit, chat. He was an early streamer. He was just making it happen. I wonder where Andreas Pirelli came in. Oh, did I spell his name wrong too? What is up with these guys with the underscores? Really? I think Andreas actually stopped following for a brief period of time. He quit Twitch as a student so that he would not lose his So Flow Cold has everybody beat for the most part. That is pretty incredible, yeah? Let's follow Zephyr, and he's in a massive amount of time pressure here. I hope he's not just watching the stream. Truly, Flow Cold should be more than a VIP. I made him a VIP because of his help with my stream. He helped me a lot in the earliest of days. He was probably the first VIP in the channel because of his help. Mad Quick Chess may have been the 5th or so. Somehow Zephyr is staying alive. He's doing his John Travolta impression. Well, that didn't help. Am I the only person that Zephyr can beat? I guess so. Use that tool. Who else has been following as long? Kingslayer Sloan, do you know? I mean, what is there to say? Can we not take this? Is that possible that we cannot take this? We have to be able to take it. Yeah, it's unfortunate. So here I might have gone for rook to c5, rook to c2 for counterplay if I could. Because we're just getting bullied by this. There's no way to anchor that knight. So it has to go back where it came from. We can try. I feel very sadistic watching this particular I thought it was going to be knight to c5. But I still don't see the future in anything here attacking anything. Knight to d5 was a fork, by the way. Answered by a fork. Knight takes, pawn takes, knight takes check. So was that a real opportunity here? Probably just check, push, move. Yeah, it does not look good. This does not bode well. C5 I felt was a better a slightly better square. This is not going to be pretty as we cycle around to the other side. Two up. Are you in the the tool above says January 27th, 2 years ago. Yes, and I began about 6 months before that. Officially, I began in July. Officially, I began in July of 2020, but unofficially, as demonstrated by Flow Cold, it was earlier. Ready. 2 years, 18 days, and 9 hours. All right, 2 up. Let's see what we got. Since I'm not committed as white just yet. Is he playing the London against this? A3 definitely stops the Jobava London in its tracks. Any player who plays the Jobava London A3 is probably the best first white move against. Feels like a dynamite, ready to explode right up in the sky. And let's start removing some defenders of this pawn. Have we heard our new song yet? We got to get that one in. Definitely got to get that one in. So knight to d2, eh? All right. Well, there seems to be a breakdown in communication, obviously. So therefore, we're going to start breaking it down. We will fly above the sky. Probably B takes c4 was better first, right? Was it better? We'll decide that later. With the knight on d2, though, some very strange things are afoot in the circle K. This is a direct hit. I will befriend you. You will be king. This is supposed to be a Benko gambit, by the way. We're not doing very well on the Benko gambiting part, though, unfortunately. Just for one day. And I... Really? Do I have time to escape this despicable stuff? I don't know. Yes. Just for... I mean, we've taken enough pawns. Oh. Wow. Can I? Do I have to be concerned about this? I do have to be concerned. Absolutely be concerned. Lovers. Uh-oh. Claudia, what's up? Okay. Sounds good. All right. Love you. Bye. All right. We need to run to the train station briefly. I am in big troubles here. Big troubles. Big troubles, booby. I'm not getting out of this so easily.
Check.
Yes. Not getting out of this one so easily.
Check.
Whoa. Yes, yes.
Check.
As I said before, I'm very tactically weak these days. Yep. That was the end of that.
Lose.
Nice job, 2 up. Can't believe it's time for coffee again. Gads. We're only around 6. I am not being fueled by coffee very well. I'm lucky to be on the first page of this event. If I want to stay on the first page. Oh, ah. I forgot about another fellow that could also be from the very beginning. Well, does he still exist? 1 second. Am I getting his name wrong? Oh, it's Rotten One Lemons. That's his name. Nope. Although he was another student who had to stop watching for a period of time while he was in school. Andreas Pirelli and what in the world is going on with my chat? My chat and my stream manager. I'm going to close the stream manager for 1 moment and restart it. Now we're in business. Now we've refreshed. 9:38. Stream elements. Let's watch Conte de Luna battle Ron Hay for first place. There's still 3 rounds left, so either one of these guys could upset 2 up and tie for first. That was a very timely move. There's a threatened skewer involved here, so we have to be a little alert. 2 up is unbeaten, but he is going to have to suffer a loss in order to be unseated. So let's see. Conte de Luna, unfortunately, is not necessarily in contention for this, but a definitely diligent Ron Hay could. But there is a tremendous amount of certainty involved in Conte de Luna's driving home this past pawn. Srideep 18, how are you doing? Are you Srideep's older brother? Being 18 and all? Although it says you're watching without audio. Is that the badge you choose, though? Srideep 18 must be watching with some audio. Really? But I think you can choose your identity. Just like you can choose, I believe you can choose not to show your subscriber badge. I hope it doesn't say that on all of my channels. Let me just see if that chat identity is available. Yes, you can change your global badge by clicking on it. What? I'm not subscribed at the moment? To one of my favorite streamers. Uh-oh. Now some counterplay has erupted. Some serious counterplay has erupted. Ouch! This will test Ron's playing ability. But if you click on that, yeah, you basically... Kingslayer Sloan has earned the Watching Without Audio badge. I wonder if it shows for me as well. That was a brilliant move. I really want to call Conte de Luna by his first name because he's got such a beautiful first name, unlike myself. I do have an amazing series of videos coming up. I owe Ron Purdy 2 of my memorable games and Tiger Lark Person. So I am going to round those up before I re-enable the Great Player Study streams. Let's see how Zephyr's doing. Zephyr is not in time trouble, so his opponent must have not been moving instantaneously. By the way, if I ever say anything meaningful or anything that strikes a chord, and I have forgotten to do this too myself, I have forgotten to clip those moments. And if it's a moment that has no content in it, or a moment with me not saying anything for a long time, unfortunately those clips could go by the wayside. But obviously we need the clips for Rogan to use on the YouTube channel as well.
Searching for a longer day. People feeling like the light has just come. We must never stop the way. Yeah. Birds jumping and I hear my name, grasping into life.
What happened there? Ouch. G7 fell. Alright. Mindset, everyone. Work Cop did not play me last time, by the way. Or did he? He did play me last time. I think that was the first time that I lost to him. Let's take a quick peek at our previous games. Yeah, he didn't move the last time we played. And he beat me in an IMSO Indian. 1 week ago, I played the Nimzo Indian. White didn't move. Uh-oh. This bodes very ill for War Cop. I hope you're in the stream, War Cop. We'll have to give him another message. We're going to copy the same message I gave to him last time, if I can find it. And now... Yeah, you are always in time trouble. We are all addicts of chess. Let's check out the rest of the tournament for a moment while we wait. We did send a message to him. We should be able to see him move in this window. We're going to check out my official chess stat briefly with Rayon ship. So what in the world is this? I'm just going to try to guess the opening here. Was it in English? Or was it an e4 game with a Sicilian gone wrong? A Grand Prix attack of sorts? Let's take a quick peek. It was a Sicilian without d4, and it transposes to a locksmith English. Personally, I prefer the system with the iron English. I'll allow that against the Sicilian if they, but it's not really that good against c5 Sicilians, honestly, to tell you the truth. Check out our game. Our game is still not started. Interestingly enough, in arenas, if you leave your game, you may get automatically resigned. I guess we're about to find out if that happens to me. Interestingly enough, my opponent's time is not moving at a minute and 10 seconds. Look at this game with Scoob family and this massive space advantage. Eric Rosen would be happy with this 3/4 of a pawn cube. Can we break through twice? Will that be worth it? I feel it's worth it because we're going to have a protected passed pawn and an isolated. I might have recaptured with the rook, actually, to avoid this pawn march. Migrated the king across as fast as possible to try to batten down the hatches over there. This piece play may or may not cut it. If only the rooks were connected, then b6 would probably be a better move. May still be a good move, but it looks a little sketchy. Check out our game again. Well, at least I'm cemented in the top X of the table. Getting back to this fascinating game with Scoop family having a better game against 2-up. This could open the door for a tournament winner upset. A daily dojo training player update. Not sure what we're thinking about here. This is the right idea to batten down those hatches. Bring the rook across. But check my messages just to make sure that
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands.
and now the pressure is relatively unbearable on the a7 pawn, and the pass to c pawn will actually do it. What opening was this? Where is 2-up's weakness? He plays the reverse London. There's his weakness. If players wish to play the London, let them.
Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played.
It's one sure way to lock down a win. Let your opponents play the London. So we're in round 7, and I have to run to the train station briefly. I'm not sure how this is going to work. The art of a strong player, Lauren, is being able to do small things productively without pushing things. The new London course. The new the new winning against the London course is to allow your opponent to play the London. Fascinating. I don't even know my old weapons. Kingslayer Sloan, indeed. Eatonheimers is certainly a rising star. I really want to work out something with him on stream. A great player study course on stream with the Eatonheimers. If he's up for it. School year is starting though. I believe he is preparing for college, so the DSO trick could have some technical difficulties here in this position. How to stop what's about to happen to him, that is the trick. Egads. What to do? Is there any way to slow this thing down? Queen takes A8. Wait a minute, what's going on here? Oh, he just allowed him to promote. Never mind. This will be the end of the world as we know it with Queen to G1. Queen to G1, among other things. Queen takes F4 is actually the end of the world as we know it. Never mind. Boo! It's unfortunate. My official chess stats is still playing. The C4 E4 option did not turn out well. Somehow down the exchange, but his knight is guarding his king as well as he can. Start bearing down on those weaknesses. Not sure who has the say for king here, but it appears that my official chess stats is about to walk up into a mating net. Yep. Mate in 3, it appears. Might be mate in 4, I guess if white throws a bunch of stuff in the way. You think I need to do chess.com for a few days? Well, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it on the weekends. No, queen to e5 check was the mate. Or is it? Or does it matter? No, it's mate and 3 the same way. 1, 2, 3. Mate and 3 the same way. Is my official chess stats watching? Is the Rayon ship watching? Okay, so she did message me. Oh no, is she already? That was at 9:31. Maybe I don't need to take a break. I feel terrible. Accept challenge 20, my official chess stats. Great to hear. Cool. All right, everyone. I'm going to take a brief. I'm going to make a brief intermission. I apologize in advance. Off to the train station very quickly. All right. I will be back. Sound alert for coffee time. Yes, I am going to take my coffee cup down to be able to do that as well. While I'm at it, I'm going to do that as well. Intermission screen. If anyone wants to put in the chat where I'm off to, for those that aren't here, that will be great. Whoops. I need to do the coffee command in case I misspell it in a variety of different ways. Cheers, everyone. I'll be right back. Let me just take care of this. And we will be doing some simuls and such today, as well as some study. I'll put away my earbud, by the way. It will charge at least while I'm gone. Cheers.